What if I told you that the most effective frugal living tips could completely transform your financial future? Starting today, you're about to discover the exact strategies that can help you save money effortlessly without feeling like you're constantly depriving yourself. If you've been struggling to make ends meet, watching your bank account drain month after month, or wondering how others seem to live comfortably on less, this video will change everything for you. Right now, millions of people are facing the same challenge you are. Prices keep going up, wages stay the same, and it feels impossible to save anything meaningful. But here's what most people don't realize. Frugal living isn't about cutting out everything you enjoy or living like you're broke. It's about making smart choices that actually improve your quality of life while putting money back in your pocket. In the next few minutes, you'll learn 10 powerful frugal living tips that work so well. You'll wonder why no one taught you these earlier. These aren't complicated strategies that require special skills or major lifestyle changes. They're simple, practical methods that anyone can start using immediately, regardless of age or income level. The stakes are higher than you might think. Every day you delay implementing these strategies is another day of watching your hard-earned money slip away on things that don't really matter. But when you apply what you're about to learn, you'll not only start saving money effortlessly, you'll also discover a sense of freedom and control over your finances that you may have never experienced before. Stay with me, because the last tip I'm going to share might be the most valuable financial advice you'll hear all year. Dika 1. Master the art of meal planning. The first and most powerful frugal living tip starts in your kitchen, and it's something you probably do already, just not strategically. Meal planning isn't just about deciding what to eat. It's about taking control of one of your biggest monthly expenses and turning it into a money-saving machine. When you plan your meals for the entire week, something magical happens. You stop making those expensive last-minute trips to the store where you end up buying things you don't need. You know exactly what ingredients you need, which means no more food waste from buying vegetables that rot in your refrigerator or meat that expires before you use it. Start by looking at what you already have at home. Check your pantry, your freezer, and your refrigerator. You'll be surprised how many complete meals you can create just from what's already there. Then plan 7 dinners for the week using ingredients that overlap. If you're buying chicken for Monday's dinner, use the leftover chicken for Wednesday's lunch salad. Make your grocery list based on your meal plan. And here's the crucial part. Stick to that list. When you walk into the store with a clear plan, you become immune to those tempting displays and impulse purchases that can add $30 or $40 to your bill without you even noticing. The real power of meal planning comes from batch cooking. When you're making dinner, double the recipe and freeze half for next week. You're using the same amount of time and energy, but getting twice the meals. This strategy alone can cut your food expenses by 25% while actually improving the quality of what you eat, because you're cooking fresh, healthy meals instead of relying on expensive processed foods or takeout when you're too tired to think about dinner. Dika 2. Transform your utility bills into savings. Your monthly utility bills are like silent money drains, but with a few simple changes, you can turn them into one of your biggest sources of savings. Most people just pay their electric, water, and heating bills without thinking about them. But every dollar you save on utilities is a dollar that stays in your pocket month after month. Let's start with your heating and cooling, which is usually your biggest utility expense. The secret isn't about freezing in winter or sweating in summer. It's about being smart with your thermostat. During cold months, lower your temperature by just 2 degrees when you're home and awake, and drop it another 5 degrees when you're sleeping or away. You won't even notice the difference in comfort, but you'll notice the difference in your bill. In warm weather, do the opposite. Raise your air conditioning temperature by 2 degrees. Use fans to create air circulation, which makes you feel cooler without actually lowering the temperature. Close blinds and curtains during the hottest part of the day to keep the sun from heating up your rooms. Water heating is your second biggest utility expense, and it's incredibly easy to reduce. Take shorter showers, fix any leaky faucets immediately, and wash your clothes in cold water whenever possible. Modern detergents work just as well in cold water, and you'll save money every time you do laundry. Here's a simple trick that can save you hundreds of dollars per year. Unplug electronics when you're not using them. Things like coffee makers, televisions, computer monitors, and phone chargers use electricity even when they're turned off. It's called phantom power, and it can account for up to 10% of your electric bill. Get into the habit of unplugging these devices or use power strips that you can easily switch off. The best part about reducing utility costs is that once you make these changes, the savings happen automatically every single month without you having to think about them. Dika 3. Master the 24-hour rule for purchases. This simple strategy has saved more people more money than almost any other frugal living technique. And once you start using it, you'll never go back to your old spending habits. The 24-hour rule is exactly what it sounds like. Whenever you want to buy something that isn't absolutely necessary, you wait 24 hours before making the purchase. Here's why this works so powerfully. Most of our spending mistakes happen because of emotions, not logic. You see something you want, you imagine how good it would feel to own it, and you buy it before your rational mind has time to kick in. But emotions are temporary, while buyer's remorse can last for months. When you see something you want to buy, write it down along with the price and where you saw it, then walk away. Don't put it in your cart, don't hold it in your hands, just write it down and leave. This breaks the emotional connection between you and the item. During those 24 hours, ask yourself 3 important questions. First, do I actually need this, or do I just want it? Second, will I still be happy I bought this a month from now? Third, what else could I do with this money that might be more important? You'll be amazed how often the answers to these questions change your mind about the purchase. For bigger purchases, extend the rule. Wait a week for anything over $100 and wait a month for anything over $500. The more expensive the item, the more time you should give yourself to think about it clearly. The 24-hour rule also helps you find better deals. When you're not buying impulsively, you have time to comparison shop, look for coupons, or wait for sales. You might find the exact same item for 20% less just by giving yourself time to look around. Before we continue, let me share something important with you. If you want to make extra income from home while learning a skill that could become a profitable business, I've put together a complete guide that shows you how to make handmade soaps from scratch. You'll learn which ingredients to use and even how to sell them to build a customer base. The link is in the first pinned comment, and there's a special discount just for channel subscribers, but only for a few more days. After that, the price goes back to normal. Now let's get back to our money-saving tips. Dika 4. Become a strategic shopper. Shopping strategically isn't about spending hours clipping coupons or driving to 5 different stores to save a few cents. It's about understanding how stores work and using that knowledge to keep more money in your pocket while still buying everything you need. The most important thing to understand is that stores are designed to make you spend more money than you planned. They put the most expensive items at eye level, they place tempting treats near the checkout line, and they use music and lighting to influence your mood and spending decisions. Start by shopping with cash whenever possible. When you pay with cards, spending doesn't feel real because you're not physically handing over money. But when you shop with cash, you become much more aware of every dollar you're spending. Set a budget before you leave home. Take only that amount of cash with you, and when it's gone, you're done shopping. Learn the sales cycles for things you buy regularly. Most stores rotate their sales every 6 to 8 weeks. Once you know when your favorite products go on sale, you can stock up during those sales and avoid paying full price. This works especially well for non-perishable items like cleaning supplies, toiletries, and canned goods. Shop the perimeter of the store first. That's where you'll find fresh produce, meat, and dairy products, which are usually the healthiest and most cost-effective foods. The middle aisles are where stores put the processed, expensive, and less healthy options. Generic brands can save you 30 to 50% on grocery bills, and in most cases, they're made by the same companies that make the name brands. Start by trying generic versions of products you use regularly. You'll quickly discover which ones are just as good as the expensive brands. Never shop when you're hungry, tired, or emotionally upset. These states make you much more likely to make impulsive, expensive decisions. Shop when you're feeling calm and focused, preferably with a full stomach and a clear list of what you actually need. Dika 5. Revolutionize your transportation costs. Transportation is typically the second largest expense in most people's budgets, right after housing. But it's also one of the easiest areas to dramatically reduce your spending without significantly impacting your quality of life. The key is to think creatively about how you get from place to place. Start by honestly evaluating how much your car actually costs you. It's not just the monthly payment. Add up your insurance, maintenance, repairs, gas, parking, and registration fees. Most people are shocked when they realize their car costs them thousands of dollars every year, beyond just the purchase price. One of the most effective strategies is to combine multiple errands into single trips. Instead of running one errand per day throughout the week, plan one day where you handle all your errands in a logical order. This can easily cut your gas consumption in half while saving you hours of time each week. If you live in an area with decent public transportation, calculate how much you could save by using it for your regular commute. Even if you only use public transport 3 days per week and drive the other 2, you could save hundreds of dollars per month in gas, parking, and wear on your vehicle. Consider walking or biking for short trips. Many people automatically drive to destinations that are less than a mile away, but walking or biking these short distances can save money while improving your health. You might discover that walking to the nearby store is actually faster than driving when you factor in parking and traffic. Carpooling and ride-sharing aren't just for commuting to work. Coordinate with friends and neighbors for grocery shopping, social events, or appointments. You can take turns driving, which means everyone saves money and reduces wear on their vehicles. For families with multiple cars, consider whether you actually need all of them. Many households could function perfectly well with one less vehicle, which would eliminate a car payment, insurance costs, and maintenance expenses. Before you dismiss this idea, track how often each car in your household is actually used simultaneously. Dika 6. Master the art of DIY and repairs. Learning to fix and maintain things yourself is one of the most powerful ways to save money while developing valuable skills that will serve you for life. You don't need to become an expert craftsperson overnight, but mastering a few basic repair and maintenance tasks can save you thousands of dollars every year. Start with simple household repairs that you can learn from online videos. Things like unclogging drains, fixing running toilets, replacing light fixtures, and patching small holes in walls are much easier than most people think. The tools and materials for these repairs usually cost less than half of what you'd pay someone else to do the work. Basic car maintenance is another area where you can save significant money. Learning to change your own oil, replace air filters, and check fluid levels can save you hundreds of dollars per year. Many auto parts stores will even loan you tools and provide guidance for simple repairs. Clothing repairs and alterations are skills that can extend the life of your wardrobe dramatically. Learning to sew on buttons, hem pants, and repair small tears means you won't need to replace or professionally alter clothes as often. A basic sewing kit costs less than taking one item to a tailor. Home maintenance tasks like painting, basic plumbing repairs, and weatherproofing can save you enormous amounts of money. Professional contractors charge high rates partly because they have overhead costs and need to make a profit, but the actual work is often straightforward enough for a homeowner to handle. The internet has made learning these skills easier than ever before. You can find step-by-step video tutorials for almost any repair or maintenance task imaginable. Start with small, low-risk projects to build your confidence and gradually work up to more complex tasks as your skills improve. Keep a basic toolkit with essential items like screwdrivers, pliers, a hammer, measuring tape, and an adjustable wrench. Having the right tools available means you're more likely to attempt repairs yourself instead of immediately calling for professional help. Dika 7. Transform your entertainment. Spending. Entertainment doesn't have to be expensive to be enjoyable, and some of the most memorable experiences cost very little or nothing at all. The key is shifting your mindset from thinking that fun requires spending money to recognizing that creativity and planning can provide incredible entertainment value without breaking your budget. Free community events are happening around you all the time, but most people don't know about them because they don't know where to look. Check your local library, community center, parks and recreation department, and local government websites. You'll find free concerts, festivals, workshops, and activities that rival expensive commercial entertainment. Libraries have evolved far beyond just books. Most modern libraries offer free access to movies, music, audiobooks, computer and internet access, and even tools and equipment you can borrow. Many libraries host free classes, book clubs, and social events that provide entertainment while helping you learn new skills or meet new people. Nature provides endless free entertainment opportunities. Hiking, walking, picnicking, bird watching, and exploring local parks cost nothing but can provide hours of enjoyment and exercise. Many people drive past beautiful natural areas every day without realizing the recreational opportunities right in their neighborhood. Home-based entertainment can be just as enjoyable as expensive outings. Game nights with friends, potluck dinners, movie nights, or hobby groups provide social interaction and fun without the high costs of restaurants and commercial entertainment venues. Learning new skills can be both entertaining and valuable for your future. Instead of spending money on passive entertainment, invest time in learning something that interests you. Whether it's a new language, a musical instrument, cooking techniques, or crafts, learning new skills provides long-term satisfaction that temporary entertainment purchases can't match. When you do choose paid entertainment, look for ways to reduce costs. Matinee movie tickets, happy hour specials, group discounts, and off-season rates can provide the same experiences for significantly less money. Dika 8. Optimize your banking and financial services. Most people are paying far more than they need to for basic banking services, and these seemingly small fees add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars per year. Taking control of your banking costs is one of the easiest ways to keep more of your money working for you instead of disappearing into unnecessary fees. Start by reviewing all the fees on your current bank accounts. Monthly maintenance fees, overdraft fees, ATM fees, and minimum balance penalties can easily cost you $50 to $100 per month. Many banks offer accounts with no monthly fees if you meet certain requirements like direct deposit or maintaining a minimum balance. ATM fees are particularly wasteful because you're literally paying money to access your own money. Plan ahead and get cash from your own bank's ATMs, or use your debit card for purchases to get cash back without fees. If you frequently need cash in locations without your bank's ATMs, consider switching to a bank with a larger ATM network or one that reimburses ATM fees. Credit cards can either save you money or cost you money, depending on how you use them. If you pay off your balance in full every month, you can earn cash back or other rewards without paying interest. But if you carry a balance, the interest charges will quickly wipe out any rewards you earn. Before we move on to our next money-saving strategy, I want to share something that could help you create additional income from home. I've created a comprehensive guide that teaches you how to make handmade soaps from scratch, including which ingredients to use and how to build a customer base for selling them. This could become a real business opportunity for you. The link is in the first pinned comment, and there's a special discount available only for subscribers of this channel, but just for a few more days. Don't miss this chance to learn a valuable skill that could generate extra income. Dika 9. Create a sustainable gift-giving strategy. Gift-giving occasions like birthdays, holidays, and special events can destroy even the most carefully planned budget if you don't have a strategy in place. But being thoughtful and generous doesn't require spending large amounts of money, and often the most meaningful gifts are those that cost very little. The most effective approach is to plan and budget for gifts throughout the entire year instead of scrambling when occasions arise. Set aside a small amount each month specifically for gifts, and keep a list of upcoming birthdays and events so you're never caught off guard by a last-minute need to buy something expensive. Homemade gifts often mean more to recipients than expensive store-bought items because they represent time, thought, and personal effort. Baked goods, crafted items, photo albums, or personalized creations show that you've invested yourself in the gift, which is often more valuable than money. Experience gifts can be more meaningful and less expensive than physical presents. Offering to cook someone's favorite meal, planning a picnic, organizing a game night, or creating a playlist of meaningful songs costs very little, but provides lasting memories. Group gifts work well for expensive items. Instead of everyone buying separate presents, coordinate with family or friends to contribute to one larger, more useful gift. This approach is especially effective for things like kitchen appliances, tools, or experiences that cost more than individuals want to spend alone. Shop for gifts during off-season sales and clearances. Buy holiday decorations the day after holidays when they are marked down significantly. Purchase summer items at the end of summer, winter items at the end of winter, and so on. Store these items carefully, and you'll have gifts ready when you need them at a fraction of the regular cost. Consider gifts of service instead of physical items. Offering to help with yard work, house cleaning, car maintenance, or other tasks can be incredibly valuable to busy friends and family members and costs you only time and effort. Dika 10. Build long-term wealth through smart saving habits. The final and most important frugal living tip focuses on what you do with the money you save from implementing all these strategies. Saving money is only the first step. Building long-term wealth requires putting that saved money to work for you in ways that create even more money over time. Start by establishing an emergency fund that covers 3 to 6 months of your basic living expenses. This fund protects you from having to use credit cards or loans when unexpected expenses arise, which saves you money on interest charges and keeps you from derailing your financial progress. Once your emergency fund is established, focus on paying off high-interest debt as quickly as possible. Credit card debt, personal loans, and other high-interest obligations are like financial quicksand that keeps you trapped regardless of how much money you save in other areas. Every dollar you put toward paying off this debt early saves you multiple dollars in future interest charges. Automate your savings so it happens without requiring willpower or memory. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account immediately after each paycheck. When saving happens automatically, you learn to live on what's left instead of trying to save whatever happens to be left over at the end of the month. Take advantage of any employer matching contributions to retirement accounts. This is literally free money, and not taking advantage of it is like giving yourself a pay cut. Even if you can only contribute enough to get the full company match, that money grows significantly over time through compound interest. Look for ways to increase your income while maintaining your frugal lifestyle. The combination of earning more money and spending wisely creates a powerful wealth-building engine. Consider developing skills that could lead to promotions, side businesses, or additional income streams. Remember that building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Small, consistent actions over time create dramatic results through the power of compound growth. Every dollar you save and invest today becomes multiple dollars in the future, which is why developing these frugal living habits now is so important for your long-term financial security. These 10 frugal living tips aren't just about saving money. They're about taking control of your financial future and creating the freedom to live life on your own terms. When you stop wasting money on things that don't matter, you create space in your budget for the things that do matter. The most successful people at building wealth aren't necessarily those who earn the most money, but those who are smartest about keeping and growing the money they have. Every strategy you've learned today is something you can start implementing immediately, and each one will begin saving you money right away. Start with the tips that feel most manageable to you and gradually add others as these new habits become natural. Remember, you don't have to be perfect at all of these strategies to see significant results. Even implementing half of these tips will put you ahead of most people when it comes to managing money wisely. Your financial future depends on the decisions you make today. Every day you delay implementing these strategies is another day of watching your money disappear instead of working for you. But every day you practice these frugal living principles is a day you're building a stronger, more secure financial foundation. If this video helped you see new possibilities for saving money and building wealth, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you never miss new money-saving strategies. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from and which of these tips you're most excited to try first. What's the one area where you spend the most money that you know you could reduce? Take a moment to think about it and then challenge yourself to implement one of these strategies this week. Your future self will thank you for the action you take today.